services, and he just came off of his live, so I thought I would jump on here for a little bit. Got some knives. There's some big ones today. So we're going to get these sharpened up. We're starting with the Cubitron 120. These are always fun with these. This is Victorinox with the handles the way they are. It's a little hard to get all the way into the edge on these. We got a nice burr on that. I can already see it. Feels good. So we're just going to go ahead and zip through all of these. Yep, seeing the burr on that one. There's a nice one. These are some big knives this guy has, but yep, seeing the burr on this one. Well, that one, burr came up right away on this one. Okay, so this one we got a bent tip. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That tip is really bent, so we're gonna go ahead and take that down a little bit. Get rid of that bend. A little water on that. Keep it cool. Okay, so there we go. Now we're nice and straight. Once more, I'm seeing a good burr. we're going to move down to the Trizac. See if I can get you guys in here. This is a Trizac A30 belt, which is about 600 grit. So we'll hone it down with that. Okay, on to the next one. This is also the one that we took the end down a little bit, so we'll get the spine of that, pull that off and make it look same as the rest of the knife. Okay. Okay, that was good. Let's go ahead and we'll move on to our leather belt here, or our leather wheel. We'll deburr them, polish the edge a little bit. Appreciate you guys joining us. Just sharpening up some kitchen knives. I'll give them a test here in a minute. See how sharp we got them. The Occasionally, I still get knives that aren't quite as sharp as I want them to be. And we'll go back and resharpen them a little bit. It's not. Yeah, the leather belt or the leather wheel does make a little bit of noise. It's actually just vibrating the blade of the knife. It's not really grinding it. It's the leather belt's actually rather smooth. So here, I'll show you guys what we got here. My paper is literally wet, so it's not. There you go. So I'm liking that one. See, it's getting into the paper because it's soaked. It's just so humid out today. It was raining earlier today. That makes things a little, sometimes hard to actually get the paper to agree with you on these. There you go. Gonna have to get another sheet of paper, I think. Grab another sheet here. And after a while, you can kind of tell if it's curling because of the dampness of the paper or the sharpness of the knife. So that one's a little grabby. So I'm going to, you guys see that? Yeah, you can. Hold that just a tad and see if that helps us. Nope. Not liking the way this one's grabbing. I think I'm going to go back to the belt on that one. Oops. Got you out of frame there. That's the way they should cut. Okay, so I got one of them that I'm not entirely happy with. So I'm going to go back here to the Trizac and give it a couple more swipes. I really don't want to go back to the 120. I think it's going to be too aggressive. So here I am, just honing it a little bit again. I have to get a longer strap for when I want to manually strap. So let's see if that did us any better. There you go. That felt pretty good in the beginning. There it is. Okay, so we're good with that one. That's all I got of those 5 guys. The only other thing that I do is I take some isopropyl alcohol and I wipe them all down. Make sure we got all the marks off them. Let me move this so I don't get any alcohol on there. And make sure I wipe off the handles too. And then we'll put them in some cardboard sheets that I have. And then they'll be ready to go back to the customer. So appreciate it if you guys would hit that like button and subscribe. We don't do a whole lot of live content yet, simply because we don't get that many viewers yet. I think as our subscribers come up and they send more notifications out, we'll have more people on our live, and then we can have some. I do have the red Scotch Brite. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. A lot of it depends on how much burr I see when I'm actually sharpening. If I have, sometimes you have like a real kind of flaky, foily kind of burr that sits on the edge. And if I run into knives where I have that, I'll use a Scotch Brite because it takes that burr off a lot better. If it's a really solid burr, like these knives are decent knives. So the burr I had on here was a very solid line. All the way across the edge of the knife is a very solid burr. And if I have those solid burrs, I'll usually use a leather wheel to take that off and to hone it down. But you'll notice as you sharpen knives, sometimes you get a really flaky, kind of almost looks like thin tin foil hanging off the edge of the knife. Those come off really well with the Scotch Brite. Otherwise, I use the leather wheel, or I just manually strap them by hand with my leather strap. So we're just going to slide these into some cheese. And then we'll be all set with these. Okay. Why can't I sharpen your kitchen knife? I'd like to know why I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm not saying that I can sharpen every single knife that's out there, but I'd be interested in knowing why I can't sharpen it. This one fit. I wasn't sure if my sheath was going to be long enough. This is a monster long knife. But yeah, it makes it barely. It's about as long a knife as I can handle with these sheaths. Because you don't have one. Yeah, it's hard to sharpen a knife you don't have. That's for sure. So, okay, guys. Believe it or not, we're already done for today. We got everything done. Just got to do a little cleanup. Got to get rid of some of the dust. And it does get dusty. So, one of the reasons why you wear a mask when you're sharpening. There's a lot of little metal dust particles and stuff. So anyway, okay guys, appreciate you joining me. And we'll do a live again, maybe next week. We'll see what happens. Usually I just post regular long form videos. But occasionally I like to do a live. And hopefully I'm going to get more and more people on the lives. And as it happens, we'll do more and more of them. So, okie doke. Hope you guys all have a great day. It's a wonderful Saturday. We're in the western suburbs of Chicago. And we're supposed to be up almost 70 degrees today. And for November, that's a pretty warm day. So, but I think they're talking about our cold weather rolling in again this week. So I got the door open and I'm enjoying probably what's going to be one of our last warm days before winter really sets in. So you guys have a great day and I will talk to you all later.